we had a good summer. Guy was due August the 6th, and he showed up on August the 24th, a little late. But it was, the time leading up to the birth was certainly an experience that we both enjoyed. Guy had a stroke at birth, and we really weren't aware of what the problem was until he was about 3 months old. His dad died when he was 18 months old, and Guy had started to have seizures when he was 8 months old. The seizures got worse. They got to the point where by the time he was 5 years old, he was having 40 seizures a day that I could see, and he was showing over 100 of them on the EEG. Now, Guy didn't walk until he was 2.5 years old, but he also was very, very thin, and people were afraid. My family was afraid to pick him up. Afraid is the wrong word, but they were very cautious, very not comfortable with Guy because he always appeared to be so fragile. And my friends were the same way. So that, you're isolated, really. But in terms of a social life, a normal, regular social life, where you hang out with the kids from school, that was not something that he did, really. He didn't even have his own circle of friends until he was probably in middle school. As you watch, the cousins or your friends' children meet the different milestones, and yours is not, it starts the pain of it all over again. He was able to go to the transition program that was based on the campus of Cal State Long Beach. So he was in a college environment, even though they had their own classroom, but they were on a campus, so it was very good for all the kids. That program is still there today. But the struggle is when they get to be 22, then what do they do? So there were a couple of other options that we looked at. Then I heard about this wonderful place called Casa de Amma. The idea that he could have his own apartment, so he could have that sense of independence, and that he could continue to grow, because he would have to be responsible for himself in many ways, but that there would be the appropriate level of supervision and guidance to make sure that he didn't get into any kind of trouble. Casa de Amma gave him his freedom and his independence, and it gave me mine. He's the orchestrator of his life in a setting that's safe, and that is the biggest, most important thing for me.
Living independently means to not have your mom or dad help you with stuff you already know how to do and you don't need help with anymore. The staff helped me with bill paying, helped me by taking me grocery shopping since I don't have my driver's license yet. They're just a great group of people to work with. Casa is a good place because of the activities and all of the residents that we have here, and for all the things that we get to do on the week and weekends.
What has Casa done for me? They have given me the freedom to enjoy my son. The model that is provided at Casa de Amma goes above and beyond what I could ever have dreamed for Guy. And I say that because the staff, each one seems to have their niche, that what they like to do, and it shows because the way that they interact with all of the residents. Whether it's a learning environment or a fun environment, it helps each individual address their needs and help them to grow to the next level. The struggle is that Casa de Amma is a small operation. There's 32, I believe, residents. That's capacity. There should be more Casa de Ammas. But really, you can build the facility, but it's about the staff and the program that make it work.